Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And there we are. Welcome in. It is another brand new live edition, and I mean live edition of Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Theisen, Drew DeArmond, and I say live, We're live. We're not in studio on a Friday because, you know, if you listen to this show enough, you know there's like several things that we like. One is food. And anytime somebody says, hey, do you want to do a remote from a restaurant?
Yeah.
We say yes. And we were asked because the Czar is on vacation. We were asked to be here.
50th vacation in 5 years, but he's doing a good job.
Yep. We were asked to do the remote from Bubby's Diner because it is a zone deal today at 8 o'clock. You can get $50 worth of food for $25 to Bubby's Diner.
Already sold out of one zone deal this week.
Yep, Cherokee Ridge. Yep. And so it was a no-brainer for us to come here. So we welcome you in on a Friday morning. We are live from Bubby's Diner. And, yes, we will paint a canvas of beautiful breakfast for you this morning here at Bubby's Diner. I've already asked what is the go-to breakfast. We've been here before, but I just want people to know. I want people to tell me what their go-to is. And I've been told the 2-egg breakfast. I've been told the omelets.
The waffles are outstanding. I've personally partaken in those. I'm a waffle guy.
Yeah. So
hash browns.
The hash brown casserole. So that's
hash brown casserole is really good. Yeah, I mean, and just their extra crispy hash browns as well. The sausage, the bacon, extra crispy. I mean, they got all your staples that you would think about for a good breakfast.
So that's how we get you started this morning. We're going to give you some energy
French
to fuel.
Toast. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, we're going that. You know I'm going that. You know I'll probably go the omelet, the French toast, the bacon, the sausage, the hash brown casserole. We're going to load it up this morning. All right, that's how we get you started. We'll get you the energy to get you through the day. That's the good news.
Yeah.
The bad news is this.
It's the off season.
Calmly digging back into the right-hand batter's box. Left-hander Strom, 7 pitches, 6 strikes. He's been on the attack. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. They appeal. He went. Strike 3. Phillies win the game 3-1, and with it they win the series 3-1. And almost a month to the day after the Braves celebrated on this field after winning the NL East, it's the Phillies who celebrate as they will advance to the NLCS. And the story of the 2023 Braves comes to an unfortunate end here on an October night in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
That call courtesy of the Braves Radio Network. The Atlanta Braves, from who the bell tolls
for the maggots.
Falls out of the playoffs last night as the Philadelphia Phillies take it 3-1.
Well, it's not a shock. I mean, look, and I don't like the Phillies, as you could just tell there, but you give them credit. They were the better team right now. The record doesn't matter in baseball in the postseason. I've said that many times. Because what matters is the health,
right?
And and how hot you are. Like as far as near the end of the season, when you saw Philly take on the Braves, a few weeks after where the Braves clinched the division, the Phillies kind of took it to Atlanta, and their lineup got healthy at the right time. Bryce Harper's coming back from the Tommy John and the elbow. He even tweaked it last night. I mean, I don't think he's hurt severely. There was a collision with he and Matt Olson. Olsen kind of tweaked his knee. But, again, it's just one of those things where the Braves starting pitching wasn't healthy enough, man. You got a guy that led the National League in wins, last year in Kyle Wright. He was never, himself the whole season, and you didn't have him. And by the end of the year, Fried wasn't himself with the blisters. And then also you look at it, and you didn't have Charlie Morton. So that makes a huge difference. Morton has always been a guy that pitched his best in the postseason, Scott.
Right.
And I thought Strider was pretty good in both his starts, but he just didn't get enough offensive support. And to put it in a microcosm,
right?
What we just listened to, you brought the listeners the last out with Vaughn Grissom. There was first and third, pardon me.
With no outs in the ninth.
Yeah, there you go. Top of the ninth, 3 straight putrid at bats. You had Kevin Pillar, who popped up to the shortstop. Then Eddie Rosario, I thought, was way too aggressive and swung at the first pitch, and he hit a little lazy fly ball to left, couldn't even get a sac fly. And then Vaughn Grissom, basically a rookie who's 0 for 3 last year in the playoffs with 3 Ks, he ends up being up there the biggest at bat of the season. He strikes out on a 1-2 pitch. So the thing is, the Braves, and if he gets on, Acuna's up, and Acuna, showing you how cruel baseball is. He had been up, his last at bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and he flies out to the base of the center field wall, almost hits a grand slam.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. It just wasn't the Braves' year.
If you add up Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, and Matt Olson last night, along with Marcell Ozuna, you're looking at 1 for 15.
And that's just not going to do it in the postseason, man.
No, and the Phillies last night, or I should say in this series, you got to give credit to the Philly pitching staff. The Phillies last night, their ERA in the NLDS was 1.53.
Say that again.
I believe it was 1.53 was their combined team ERA in the
People keep focusing
NLDS.
on, well, you're not hitting. The pitching is what wins, man. And then situational hitting.
So let me
ask you. And the situational hitting was horrendous.
Let me ask you this. And oh, by the way, I'm going to hit pause on the baseball conversation because I forgot to mention this right out of the gates. We're going to give away a 4-pack of Alabama tickets to go see the Arkansas Razorbacks tomorrow. Here in a little bit in the show. I would say probably, got to touch that there, probably in about 10 minutes, I would say, we're going to give away a 4-pack of tickets to go see Alabama, Arkansas tomorrow. So make sure you're listening to the show. It's an easy question, I promise. Nothing complicated. And you're going to go see the Arkansas Razorbacks play. So I want to get that out before we finish this baseball conversation. MVP candidates, Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts. I saw this stat this morning. They go 6 for 43, a 139 batting average, 0 home runs in the NLDS, okay? Does having that having not played a game, does that affect anything? Should Major League Baseball take a look at that? Are we overblowing that?
Overblowing it.
Okay.
I saw Ender Inciarte talking about how it's like, putting somebody almost on the injured list or whatever, or just you don't stay in a rhythm. But look, man, it's baseball. It allows you to line your pitching up. It's called the health report, okay? That's what you got to have. You got to be healthy. And that's the first and foremost. And, again, if you look at lineups like the Phillies last night, it's called situational hitting.
Right.
I know they hit 6 bombs the day before, but Castellanos was the hero last night. He hit two straight home runs. You got to get 2 or 3 guys hot. You're not going to get an entire lineup hot.
Right.
And everybody went cold for the Braves, but it's because of the Phillies pitching. When your team ERA is under 2, Scott,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And you can't say, well, the Braves never had they had holes in their lineup. No, the Braves had the best lineup in baseball. It's just one of those things where when you come up against – I tweeted this, and somebody, one of our listeners tweeted back and said, well, I said great pitching always beats great hitting. And he's like, well, then how did the Braves only win 1 World Series in the 90s? I said, just some dude named Mariano Rivera, who's the greatest closer in the history of the game. Andy Pettit, another one of the best clutch pitchers ever. Guys like Derek Jeter, he was just slightly pretty good in the postseason. They got beat by a better team, okay? That's the bottom line.
Right. The Braves offensively just did not get it done.
And so, Scott, it's so easy to win World Series. These fans, it's so easy. People win them all the time. The Yankees, the Yankees haven't won one since 2009, okay? And they have the highest payroll. The Dodgers have won one since 1988. They're Notre Dame.
Look,
pretty much.
Braves, how many wins did the Braves have the last time they won the World Series?
Not even 90.
Not even 90.
Not even 90.
Not
and
even 90.
Now you got idiot people saying that was a fluke, like they should take it away. How stupid are you? Should you just give yourself a lobotomy and enjoy the fact that they won it, you morons?
No, they did. All right, Nick Castellanos becomes the first player in Major League history to have back-to-back multi-homer games in the postseason. Nick Castellanos, there you go. There's a little trivia for you as you make your way in on a Friday. Plus, the Atlanta Braves scored 8 runs in the 4 games in the NLDS. The Atlanta Braves, before that, going in all season, their lowest run total in 4 games, in a 4-game series, was 9. So that just tells you, offensively, the Philadelphia Phillies held the Braves in check. And they are on to the NLCS, where they will take on the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Another unbelievable stat. Jeff Passan of ESPN came up with this. I believe that it's first time ever in Major League history the top 5 teams in baseball all are gone.
Yes.
The
combined win total, 354 wins
lowest
of the
ever,
final
right?
4 teams, the lowest ever in playoff history for Major League Baseball. So there you go. All right, hey, let's get to Brandon real fast before we get to the break. And we got LSU Lou on the line as well, but let's get to Brandon first. Good morning, Brandon.
Morning, Brandon.
Well, good morning. The Mets and the Padres are spending nearly $800 million combined payroll and luxury taxes, and they're both under $500 million. Both under $500 for the season this year.
Yep.
It goes to show that how much money you spend.
It is, yeah. It's about how you spend it and if you're healthy.
And you also don't swing at trash, which the Braves swung at a lot of trash pitchers last night and left bases loaded stranded. That's always great.
Ozuna left a bunch of runners on the whole series. He just didn't hit.
Well, I could make a joke there, but I'm going to lay that on the rest. I know y'all know what it is. Speaking that food is of the day, I tweeted a video to you and Scott. It's Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall, 2 world strongmen. They go to In-N-Out Burger, and they set a clock for 30 minutes.
Uh-oh.
They are to eat 10 hamburgers apiece, 3 animal fries, and drink 2 shakes at a minimum, and you cannot leave the table.
Oh, good Lord.
It was going
I don't
pretty
think
good
Scott could do that.
It was going pretty good till they ate the second animal fry. And
yeah.
The ending of the video is great. I don't want to spoil it for you, but one guy kind of unnerves the other guy. But if you two had to sit down and see who could eat more of what while y'all were there at the diner today, what do you think it would be?
Well, I could eat French toast like nobody's business.
Yeah, French toast is good.
French toast, and to me, French toast is easy to eat in a great abundance. I don't know why.
Well, I'll just be honest with you. What I'd like to see one day on this show, even though he wouldn't want it on camera, but I'd like to see Wes and Scott have an eating contest, see who can eat the fastest, because they both eat on the air, and I just can't do it. I've told people that I just can't eat while I'm doing the show. And Scott and Wes can eat during the break, man, and they can just put it away. Just keep the camera going during the break.
Well, word to the wise.
Yeah.
If you ever go to Dollywood and you get on the teacup with your kids, the ones where they spin round and round while the ride's going round and round.
Yeah.
Don't be funny and have it spinning so wildly that they stop the ride, let everybody get off. And when it finally comes to a stop, they come over and tell you you're not welcome to ride the rides anymore. Because that's exactly what we did yesterday. And, when I got off the thing, I had to lay on the ground for a minute because I could not upright myself. But we had a good time.
Too dizzy. Well,
hopefully he had a good time before they exited you off the ride.
Yeah, but he might be banned for life. Who knows?
Well, they just told us not to come back to the kids' rides no more. They was like,
there you go. Okay. All right.
That's okay. I was like, I was just bringing my kids over here. And food for thought, What are y'all
Yes.
going to be for Halloween? If you could be anybody for Halloween.
Well, Wes would.
regardless of
I mean,
political narrative,
excuse
who
me.
would you be?
That's a good question. Wes would probably would be his dad, and would wear would wear a 73 jersey. That would be good.
What if we did a theme? What if we all did Wizard of Oz?
There's no way I'm doing Wizard of Oz. I mean, just no freaking way. You know what I'm saying? I got enough jerseys. I could be somebody.
Oh, the jerseys is an easy way out. That's the easy
that's
way
what I'm saying.
out,
That'd be
though.
an
Come
easy.
on.
That would be an easy way out. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Y'all should do King of the Hill or Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. There you go.
There we go. All right, Brandon, thanks for the phone call.
Thank you.
All right, 7:15. Hey, LSU, Lou, and LC, let's get a break in. When we come back, we're going to get to you. Plus, we'll give away a 4-pack of tickets to go see Arkansas and Alabama tomorrow, 11 a.m. Bryant-Denny Stadium, the place to be. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone, going to send you there. Coming up next.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Not a bad-looking morning so far. Had one wreck in Guntersville, 69 and Scant City Road. Haven't heard an update on that one, but it should be getting close to being ready to clear. Everything else seems to be moving smoothly. You be careful this morning. Hopefully, we can keep it that way. You get 2 pieces of the hand-breaded, juicy, tender signature chicken and a buttermilk biscuit for $4.99 at Popeyes. University and Jordan, 72 and Jeff and North Parkway. Captain Nick and the Popeyes Skywatch Traffic Center.
One of the best-kept golf secrets in the Tennessee Valley is Cherokee Ridge. Cherokee Ridge truly offers golf at a higher level with immaculate greens set against a spectacular Appalachian backdrop. This 18-hole championship course takes every advantage of rolling hills, whispering woods, lakes, and streams. Interested in becoming a member? Their membership plans feature affordable options for couples, families, and individuals. Book your tee time today, 256-841-4551. Cherokee Ridge. Championship quality, affordable prices. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Stan McDonald. Stan, tell everybody why you're the best damn dirt lawyer in North Alabama.
Yes, Wes, at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. You know I'm a dirt lawyer, and a lot of our friends know that, which means we specialize in real estate. Now, if you own real estate or you're buying it or you're selling it, you need to do a closing, but a lot of times there's legal issues associated with that. We're a great group to talk to. My son, Lewis McDonald, heads our commercial closing division, and we approach your real estate needs very seriously. We seek to be the premier real estate closing company in North Alabama, and we do it in such a way it shows that we're experienced, we're for your success. We like to handle your real estate needs the same way Coach Dan Reeves used to say, never let them see you sweat. And that's going to be to your benefit, too, when you visit us at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. Our website online is jacobtitle.com.
These days, saving time is important, and saving money is even more so. That's where Eagle Masonry and Insulation comes in. Over the years, Eagle has expanded their services to meet the needs of folks like you in our area. If your home needs updating or you have some projects that you just haven't gotten to, Eagle can help. They install shower doors, mirrors, shelving, blinds, bath hardware, and lots more. Call Eagle Masonry and Insulation today at 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time, and Eagle saves you money.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Did you know that average home equity is at an all-time high? But so is average consumer debt. Even though rates are higher now, you can use your equity to pay off your high consumer debt, student loans, etc., then refi when the rates drop. Don't put off that new home purchase. When rates drop, prices will go up. Buy now and get the best price and then refi when the rates drop. This is the time to talk to the experts at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com for more information.
All right, welcome back. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. We are live from Bubby's Diner along Whitesburg Drive down here, South Huntsville. They just opened their doors at 7 o'clock. They have breakfast underway, and coming up at 8 o'clock, you're going to be able to get a zone deal, $50 worth of food for $25 to Bubby's Diner. Just kind of glancing over this menu, you can get 2 eggs and bacon, sausage, or ham. You can get 2 eggs with bacon, sausage, ham, your choice of hash brown casserole, hash browns, tater tots, or skillet potatoes. There's shrimp and grits served with biscuit, gravy, and 2 eggs. You got biscuits and gravy, Drew. You got pancakes, French toast,
Biscuits
waffles.
and gravy pretty good, too. I can tell you that.
You got the donut slider.
I tried
bacon,
one of those.
Sausage, ham, or fried bologna with egg and cheese.
I could have only eaten one, though, because I had to eat one. I ate one of the sliders, but it was real sweet, man. But I mean, it's just tough to have a bun be a donut, but it was pretty good.
You can get a 4-ounce breakfast burger on a croissant with egg, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and mayo, and tater tots. All right, I'm just throwing out some breakfast ideas for everybody.
Yeah,
those are okay. Let's go out to the phone lines while you contemplate that. Let's go out to the phone lines. LSU Lou is with us. Good morning, sir.
What's up, man?
Man, good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good,
we're doing good. We're at a restaurant.
Yep.
Sounds like y'all about to put on about 5 pounds each at least. Hope y'all
Well,
do.
Scott will burn it off fast.
Yes, I got a lot going
They have
on
fried
today.
bologna here, too, which is thebomb.com.
Yeah, I got a lot going on, Lou, so I'll be good for today.
I'm going to have to check that place out one day. But I had a question. I was looking yesterday. Do Alabama and LSU not have bye weeks this season?
Yeah, they do, right before each other.
Yeah, they're both taking the bye in a couple weeks.
Yep.
I must have skipped over. I know it was like a cupcake game, and there was the Bama game. But I thought
after Alabama faces Tennessee on the 21st, they will have their bye week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gotcha. Just trying to follow up on that. Y'all were talking about Major League Baseball. So what exactly was Houston doing with the Apple Watches? Because I never really got wind of what exactly was being done. I just know they would be accused of cheating and everything.
With the Apple Watches?
Yeah, they said they were cheating with Apple Watches and some other stuff, like people that work in a facility, calling out the plays, this, that, and the third. But when it comes down to Apple Watches, I was wondering, how can you cheat with an Apple Watch?
To be blunt with you, I know they had the scandal a few years ago with the sign stealing scandal. That may have been part of it. I have no idea. I haven't really followed that story at all.
I mean, that goes, I think, all the way back to 2017.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Because Apple Watches were around at that time.
Maybe they were getting text messages about what was going on or some of the calls and something. But
it was all involved with that sign
and the cheating scandal,
where
sign stealing,
Cora got canned, where they fired a couple people and AJ Hinch and all these guys, but they've all bounced back and got jobs. So it was just like, to me, it was like a slap on the wrist. Boo hoo 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 hoo. Like sign stealing hadn't been going on for freaking 50 years.
And like they still don't do it today.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
There's just more technology now.
What do you guys think about Arkansas' quarterback?
He's a good player. I mean, he's played a lot of football. He's, really a 3-year starter. He's a captain. He's got good mobility. He's tough to tackle. Bigger guy. He's been a one-read quarterback quite a bit, but I think he's improved. He's certainly a capable player. I think he's probably been a little underrated in his career. He's had a little bit of a rough year this year, but a lot of it's about because the offensive line in front of him hasn't been great. But they've been able to score points, and they've been in every game they've played, and he's certainly competed every week.
So what's your thoughts about this game coming for y'all, this weekend's game?
I think Alabama will be fine. I don't know if – I think the spread is it 21 still?
It's been around 20. I got Alabama covering 37 to 10.
19 and a half. I think Alabama covers.
But it's a big spread.
Yeah.
I mean, I just the thing that with Arkansas that I have to continue to keep in mind is how do you fix your offensive line? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's something you can fix, and I think Alabama's really good defensively, and they can force some turnovers, and it's going to take gang tackling, but I think they can contain KJ, and I just don't see how Arkansas, for 4 quarters. Now, I think they can stay in it for a half, but if Alabama's disruptive, if they force if they win the turnover battle, force some mistakes, I think they can cash in on them. And this is a game, too, where Alabama needs to get their running game going. And needs to be able to, be a little bit more productive in that side of the ball, and keep and have Milroe use his legs some, maybe even with some design runs, and then Milroe continue to gain confidence as a passer and take care of the football. If Alabama isn't sloppy and if they take care of the football, I think they're going to win the game comfortably. LSU, Luke,
and they'll cover 19.5.
Yeah,
that sounds about what I was thinking as well, because Arkansas' defense is really garbage, so I feel anyway.
It's better than it was last year statistically, and they force a lot of turnovers. Now, it's kind of boom or bust. Alabama's going to have to, take care of the football. I think their defense has actually been the stronger unit. I think they've been more consistent than their offense under Travis Williams and Marcus Woodson. But, again, and their front has been better this year.
It's an opportunistic defense.
That's the best way to
they
put
force the turnovers, and they do get back to the quarterback. I mean, they've been able to get back there and cause some havoc with the quarterback. The problem is the offense doesn't back them up.
Yeah.
You want to know what I think? Their defense is better because those secondary players came to LSU, and somehow we started thinking up the building even more. And, that was just a joke / reality. But, it's probably what it was.
All right, Lou, thanks for the –
All right, man.
Thanks for the phone call. By the way, LSU does have Auburn 6 o'clock on Saturday, and that one is still.
I like LSU, but I like it under the number. I think
11.
Is the number still 11?
11, yeah. I'm sitting at 11.
I said about a 28-23, 31-23 type game. I'm leaning more toward 31-23. It's been weird.
It's been weird. Remember, the road team has been the better team. Not better team. The road team has fared better in this series than what you might think. Except for Auburn when they go to Baton Rouge, I should say. That stat doesn't even make any sense, does it? The road teams fared better, but then Auburn's, except when they go to LSU, no. That's not been the case. But let's go to LC. Good morning, LC.
Good morning, guys. Love the show, and I think your show does a really good job of kind of balancing coverage of Auburn as well as Alabama. But as an Alabama fan, of course, I have a hard time pulling for Auburn, and I have a hard time pulling for Tennessee, especially living in Nashville and having to be around all these balls all the time. But anyway, we need Auburn and Tennessee to win this weekend to give us a little cushion in the West. What's your thoughts about that?
Quarters, just like they did against Georgia. Sorry about that. But
my fault.
What I was saying that is, again, LC, I think that Auburn can compete for 4 quarters in the game. I just don't know if they can score enough points. And defensively, I know that they're capable, but I'll just be honest. Georgia's playing well, but Georgia doesn't have even the offensive firepower that LSU does. And that, along with the game being in Baton Rouge, even with how weird the series has been, I still think that LSU, under the number, finds a way to win. I think they'll score enough points, and I'm just not sure that Auburn will score enough to ultimately get over the hump. And that's why I said about 31-23.
Do you think that LSU secondary is so bad that Auburn's passing game has been bad because the receivers have dropped a lot of footballs? Peyton Thorne has gotten a few there where he should be, but it's been inconsistent. But is LSU secondary so bad that Auburn this is the game where they can right the ship and get that passing game going and never know? We say 31 points, 35 points is an awful lot, but Auburn may be able to get that because the LSU secondary is so bad.
Because Auburn's wide receiver core is not good.
Right.
Just blunt. Not. You heard Brian this week.
Yeah.
It ain't good. I mean, it's just a decent, and I think that one might help LSU. And the thing is, Auburn defensively, Ron Roberts done a heck of a job. But this LSU offense is, I mean, that has never been the problem. I mean, I guess Arkansas held them to 34. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, that's still 34 points. And so I just think being at home. Now, if Jaden Daniels were to get a little nicked up, even though I will say Garrett Nussmeier's a good player, so they have a good backup quarterback. But maybe if a key injury to maybe Jaden Daniels happened, then it could be different. But if Jaden Daniels is healthy with his dual threat capabilities, I think they've got too many weapons even for Auburn defensively. And don't forget, Auburn's banged up, defensively, even though they're coming off of their bye. They've been banged up defensively. They don't have Keontae Scott. They don't have Austin Keys. So they're still with. And then Keite, the kid from the transfer from Maryland, he's out for the year as far as defensive line goes. So Auburn is still going to play hard. And I think they'll have a good plan. And that's why I think it can be under the number.
Right.
So I would not lay the points, but I still think LSU wins the game.
All right, thanks, LC, for the phone call. It is 7:31. Let's get a break in. When we come back, 256-576-4977.
Join us.
That is who will be with us on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Going to talk some Randolph football when we return.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the lower 70s. Maybe an isolated shower across the Tennessee Valley. But in general, it looks like we're going to end up staying nice and dry. A quiet night for Friday night football. Temperatures eventually dropping into the upper 50s, lower 60s as we head into the earliest hours of Saturday morning. A mostly to partly sunny sky Saturday afternoon. Maybe a rogue shower. Otherwise, temperatures climb into the low and mid 70s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
We haven't picked up anything new accident-wise. Had one in Guntersville, 69 in Scant City Road that should be clear pretty quick. Everything else looking good this morning. Traffic level heavy all across the valley. Officers, construction workers, and first responders put their lives on the line every time they step on the roadway. Why not make it safer for them? Slow down or move over. It's the law. Captain Nick in the North Parkway Popeyes Skywatch Traffic Center.
Work injuries happen in Alabama all the time, whether it's an accident at work, getting injured, lifting heavy objects, hurting your hands on a machine, or just performing the same movement over and over until your body breaks down. But when it happens, there's only one law firm to call in Alabama. That's Pond Lehocky Giordano. For personalized legal support, reach out to Pond Lehocky at 855-774-3838 or pondlehocky.com.
The representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. It's hunting and tailgate season and time to get serious about an F-150. We've got nearly 140 to choose from, and without a doubt, one of the best F-150 values on the road today is our STX package. You get 290 hard-working horses mated to a 10-speed transmission that'll take you everywhere, from that tree stand to downtown Tuscaloosa. Body-colored bumpers, halogen headlamps, 20-inch machined aluminum wheels, and lots of tech, like a rear-view camera with dynamic hitch assist, which you boaters and RVers will love. A 2023 Woody Anderson Ford F-150 STX packs a punch, but it doesn't cost you a bunch. You can drive one for $474 a month. That's a 36-month lease with $51.66 due at signing, zero security deposit, just tax tag title, and your good credit. Offer ends October 31st. Call 539-9441 for complete details. Come test drive an F-150 STX today. Woody Anderson Ford, hope to see you soon.
Looking for your next game day party destination? Well, think outside the box and kick back at Flosa Premier. And you may be thinking, isn't that the trampoline place? Of course it is. But it's also the one-stop spot for all things fun. And if kicking back with the boys to watch the game is your jam, then you're in the right spot. Jump or not, Flo tends to all ages, meaning while you sit back and watch the game, but little Jimmy's having the time of his life perfecting that front flip he most definitely wants to show you. You got this, Jimmy. So next time you think Flo, think fun for everyone. on.
There's nothing like the freedom you feel when you're on the water in your own boat from Freedom Marine in Guntersville. New or used, Freedom Marine has just the boat to make your time on the water the best it can be. Pontoons, fishing, ski boats, you name it. And all season long, Freedom Marine is giving away 4 packs of Alabama football tickets. Just log on the Freedom Marine Facebook page and like, share, and comment to be eligible. New and used boats, outboard sales, financing, service, and parts. It's Freedom Marine. Highway 431 in Guntersville and online at freedommarincenter.com.
This segment of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com.
7:35 on a Friday morning. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond with you live from Bubby's Diner along Whitesburg Drive. We turn our attention to high school football, Class 4A Region 8. The action actually got started last night. Westminster Christian Academy gets by Madison County 48-7.
Keep rolling.
Wildcats 5-0 in region play. Now next week they will take on Priceville, who start the week undefeated, and so that could be for the region title next week. The Randolph Raiders in that mix as well. They want a first-round home playoff game. They have a lot to play for tonight.
Yes, they do, and it's going to be at the picturesque, scenic, DAR out in Grant, Alabama. Ooh. I mean, such a beautiful, place to play a football game. Yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, it's one of those things where if you wanted to paint a high school football painting of a game,
a mosaic, if you will.
That mosaic. That's a good term there, Scott. That's a little more highfalutin than I was going. But I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, it's just an absolute picturesque setting for a high school game. I've been to DAR a few times, and we're going to be going out there tonight. Bailey Lowry and myself will be honored to bring the listeners Randolph Raider football, and they're going to be out there at DAR, and they're coming off of a 46-26 win in the fog and the dampness and the cold last week. As I joked on the broadcast, I mean, a month and a half ago we were in a Sahara Desert, and then last week we were in the midst of jolly old England and Jack the Ripper. At least that's what it felt like to me. But
it was October. It's kind of Halloweenish.
Yeah, it was really probably one of the craziest and the wildest scenes I've done a high school football game just because of the weather. But the Raiders persevered. It was a tough first half during fall break. It's always tough because your schedule's different. But they really did a great job in the second half. They've been a second half team all year, and they dominated the second half. And were able to pull away 26-6, and now they are 3-3. Pardon me, headed for their 7th game, going for the 4th win tonight. But they're 3-3. They're very much alive, as you said, at 3-1 in region play. And we're going to talk to David Lloyd, the 4th-year head football coach, right now, and talk some Raider football. Coach, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you guys?
We're doing well.
Good, Coach.
And, Coach, as I was just saying, it's kind of funny. You had fall break last week, so it was a little bit different. And then you can't control the weather. The weather was wet. It was damp, something you probably weren't really expecting, foggy. But the kids responded, and I know you had some guys back that were healthier, which helped as well. A very balanced attack offensively, and then some great adjustments by Coach Jeremy Matthews in the second half defensively to pull away and get a nice win over Madison County.
We talk to our guys all the time about control what you can control. There's nothing we can do about the weather or fog rolling in or anything like that. We just got to strap it up, do our best, and stick to our game plan. And, Coach Matthews does a great job defensively, made some second half adjustments there at halftime, and got us back on the right track, gave up 6 points on a trick play late in the second half. Really came out and responded really well after halftime.
Well, Coach, you look ahead to tonight, and it is a road game. It's a DAR team, an improving squad. You look tonight, and there's a lot to play for you guys. You still have a lot on the line. What do you tell your team tonight? What's the message going into this contest?
Just focus on us. Worry about being the best team we can be every snap, every down, every quarter. We've got things we need to improve on. We kind of control our own destiny here, and we've got to take care of the things we can take care of. We're not concerning ourselves with what opponent or where we got to go or where we're going to play on Friday nights. Like we're trying to concern ourselves with Randolph Raider football, being the best that we can be, preparing that way, and trying to execute at a high level for 4 quarters on both sides of the football.
And, Coach, you had to like the complimentary football in the second half, 26-6. You outscore them, and then you were able to take the air out of the ball. The running attack showed explosiveness, but then also toughness and physicality. When you have, nearly 300-yard rushers, but Graham Beatty had an explosive touchdown run of, I believe, about 82 yards, and then the hammer, as we call him, William Collins, he had a big second half, and then defensively you were able to tighten up and except for that one-trick play, really slow down an athletic offense of Madison County who had their quarterback back. Lucas Putnam played an outstanding game. But I thought complimentary football was strong in the second half, Coach.
No, I agree. I think we were able to hit some explosive plays offensively. We start the game off with a big pass to Noah Gaunt, goes 75 yards for a touchdown. Graham Beatty has an 82-yard run. You got William Collins, who had railed off. He had 3 30-plus yard runs. One for a big touchdown for us, and he just ran the ball very physical for us in the second half, and can kind of wear down some defenders. You got Graham Beatty, who might be a little more explosive, kind of a bigger gain kind of guy, and make some cuts and make some moves. Then William Mitchell quietly had 62 yards on the ground. So he did a really good job for us, but he didn't have to run the ball as much this week. Graham and Collins did a great job for us on the ground. Noah had 8 catches for 130-something yards and a touchdown receiving. Hunter Wiggins found the end zone twice for us. You get Rowan Campbell gets a big interception for us defensively. And I thought our defensive line played well. Probably our best game statistically as far as negative plays against the other team, tackles for loss, sacks. I thought we did a great job up front. So we're hoping we can continue that. And kind of what we talked about is, playing our best football at the right time and trying to peak at the right time.
Yeah, 4 games left, including tonight in the regular season for Randolph. Coach, what's the identity of this team now? I know it takes a while for you guys to figure it out, but what would be the identity of this team?
I think we're a well-balanced team. I think we've been able to do both, throw and run fairly well this year. I think we've put together more drives this year. I think we've been a little more methodical offensively, controlling the clock a little bit more. The way we put together 10, 12-play drives to drive down and score. So a little more of that this year than maybe we were last year. I know last year we had a lot of explosive plays, and we still have some of those. But we're putting together drives, trying to control the ball, trying to involve all our weapons offensively. Defensively, we've done a great job being aggressive, being physical at the line of scrimmage. So I'd like to say we're a physical football team that's going to try to play for 4 quarters, and we want to be everybody's toughest game on their schedule. Sometimes we are. When we come out and play the right way, I think we're a pretty tough team to play on Friday night. Our region's full of those teams, and you've got to play your best on Friday night to have a chance to beat anybody in our region.
And then, Coach, you're continuing to put it on film for people to have to defend, but you got, I thought, the best probably all-around game on both sides of the ball from Hunter Wiggins. He had 2 touchdown catches in the red zone, played well on the defensive line. He's getting healthy now, which is big. And you talked about Noah Gaunt. It's big to get a big game, an explosive game out of him. Now, we saw him make a big play to start the game against JP2, but I thought as far as being involved with 8 catches and being a big factor offensively, it was his best game. So it's good to get him kind of cranked up and his confidence rolling as well, Coach.
I agree. Anytime you can get those guys involved, I think it just makes it tougher. When you have more weapons, that's kind of what we talk about is we can't be a one-person team. At any point in time, we think we've got 4 or 5 guys on both sides of the football that can kind of take over a game and go get it done for us. William Collins has been the model of consistency for us. He's been a 4-year starter. This year transitioning into that running back role has just done a phenomenal job for us on both sides of the football. Noah Gaunt getting involved as much as he was last week, really helps, opens up some other things for us. Thomas Von Alfeld has had 2 great weeks on the defensive side of the football. defensively of handling things for us out there. Rowan Campbell, trying to get him back on track a little bit. Had a great first start of the season. We've kind of used some other guys in the game plan the last couple of weeks, but Rowan's done a phenomenal job for us. Where Theo Reischauer, getting him back fully healthy, just adds another weapon to us offensively. So we're really happy with the guys we got on that side of the football, and defensively we got a lot of guys over there that played a lot of football for us, so they've done a phenomenal job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, they really have. And, Coach, I know you've watched film of DAR. They're a young team. They coach Kyle Davis in his first season. I know they've got a young quarterback. They've got some young skill players. It's a program that's going to be really good in the future, but they're building right now. What did you see with DAR on film, and then what's going to be the keys to getting a Raider win tonight, Coach?
Well, they are young, and they started out with a lot of young guys, and that'll pay dividends for them down the road. You want to get those guys reps. They're going to play hard. They've got some senior leadership. Number 20, one of their running backs and a linebacker, does a really great job, plays hard for 4 quarters. 73, 54, 55 on their offensive and defensive line kind of set the tone for them. But for us, it's kind of the same thing. We want to protect the football. We were able to do that last week. We didn't turn the ball over. That's always beneficial when you can protect the ball. We created a takeaway with the interception from Rowan. We established line of scrimmage on both the football. We're going to need to be able to do that up front tonight. We want to get the running game going early. We'd like to establish Beatty and Collins running the football for us and kind of establish our ground game. And then defensively for us, it starts up front. They're going to throw the ball a little bit. We've kind of talked. I think the best coverage we can get is a great defensive line and a great pass rush. So if we don't give that guy a lot of time to throw, it makes it easy on the back end for us. But we've got great players on the back end, and we've got great athletes back there. And we just got to do our job, focus on our keys, and execute at a high level every time the ball snapped.
Well, Coach, the good news is fall break's over. Don't have to worry about that anymore. It's done.
I agree with you. We can kind of get back to our routine and do the things we need to do. So we were excited about that.
No question. And Coach, I know it's going to be a picturesque scene out there at DAR. We kind of talked about it. There's, it's one of the more beautiful places to watch a football game. No doubt about it out there. And we look forward to a good trip, and we look forward to the broadcast tonight. And it's going to be a great night for football. And I got to tell you, too, I wanted to, call out a young man, too, that doesn't get a lot of pub because he toils on the offensive line. He toils on your D-line, too. But the last few weeks, he's a senior. He's played a lot of football for you. Davis Killingsworth has really been playing well, Coach.
He really has. And, he's played a couple of different spots for us, man. We played around with him during the summer a little bit at outside linebacker, and he's played some D-line, some O-line for us. And, he's one of the toughest kids on our team, man. He's banged up all the time because he's an O-lineman and a D-lineman, but that never stops him. He's a consistent guy in practice. He does everything he needs to do in a game, just plays extremely hard, and, has for the 4 years we've had him, man. We've been really impressed with Davis this year, and, we hope he has another big game this week as well.
Certainly. Going to be a great one out there at Louisa St. Clair Athletic Field. It'd be great to be back out in Grant, Alabama, and we're hoping to bring home another big region win and a big win for the Randolph Raiders. And, Coach, this would if you get a win tonight, I think this clinches playoffs. That would be 4 years in a row for you, all 4 years at Randolph. That's huge.
That's big for our guys. It's big for our classes. And, this senior class was my first freshman class when I got here, so it's it'd be really special to get in the playoffs with that group. They're my first 4-year group there. And man, like you said, what a place to play it at, man. DAR is such a beautiful landscape to play high school football in. The sun's setting a little bit. It's awesome to go up there and play football. We've got great weather for it, so we're really excited about making the trip up to DAR tonight.
No doubt. Well, Coach, good luck to you. Thank you for the time, and go Raiders.
Appreciate it, guys. Go Raiders.
All right, let's get that break in real fast. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone, Talking Ball.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
I don't see anything on the board accident-wise now. Traffic level heavy all across the valley. You be careful on this Friday the 13th. D&L Refrigeration repairs heating and air conditioning units for homes and businesses. D&L 256-652-1207. State license 08091. Captain Eck in the 72 and Jeff Popeye Skywatch Traffic Center.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary. But it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188. And you can email me at Dan, that is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
All right, welcome back. 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Theisen, Drew DeArmond. We are live from Bubby's Diner along Whitesburg Drive. Don't forget, coming up in 8 minutes, that's 480 seconds. The zone deal will be Bubby's Diner, so you'll be able to get $50 worth of food for $25 from Bubby's Diner. And
getting full over here.
It is getting full, and I'm about ready to get full as well. But hey, here's the deal: we need to send somebody to the Alabama-Arkansas game.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-pack of tickets to the 11 a.m. kickoff, okay? We are giving away a 4-pack ticket to the Alabama
together.
game. And, 4 together. So, Bailey, when we get the winner, here's what I need you to do. I need you to make sure you get their name and their phone number so we can give them their tickets. That's going to be very important. That is the key to all of this. 256-576-4977. Here you go. So, Bailey, we need somebody to find. You got to call in. I'm not going to give away the question now because then people are going to be able to Google it. And I don't want people to Google it. So, Bailey, just call in right now if you want a chance to go see Alabama and Arkansas play. And, Bailey, just tell me that. Just tell us who is on the phone lines, and we'll see if we can make this happen. Again, 256-576-4977, your chance to go see Alabama and Arkansas play, courtesy of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We're sending you there tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Who's on the line? Okay, we'll go out to the phone lines. Riley is with us this morning. Good morning, Riley. We got you, Riley?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now. All right, it's a simple question for you. Alabama head coach Nick Saban owns a career mark against Arkansas. How many wins and losses does Nick Saban have in his career coaching against Arkansas?
Hold on.
Give us a guess, buddy.
15-1.
Close. Not 15. All right, Riley, thanks for the phone call, bud. Thanks for the try. All right, Bailey, just keep them on coming if they're there for us.
Yeah, it's the career record for Nick Saban for his time at LSU, and Michigan State, and Alabama against the Hogs.
All right, we got anybody else? Who? All right, let's go to Shane Sean real fast. Good morning, sir.
I'm going to get this right, that's for sure. All right, so say the question one more time.
Okay. Alabama head coach Nick Saban's all-time career mark against Arkansas as a head coach. His record...
From 3 different places.
Yep. As a head coach, his record against Arkansas.
Man. Let's see. 15, 16, 17. 28-0.
No, not 28-0. Nope.
Not quite.
I'll just say this. Okay, thanks for the phone call, Shane Sean. I'll say this, and I'll give you guys a clue or a hint. Alabama has won. Okay, who's that, Bailey? Okay, let's go to Jimbo this morning. Good morning, Jimbo.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I wasn't able to hear the question. I was in the middle of calling. I was listening on my phone.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Nick Saban's career all-time mark as a head coach against the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's his win-loss record as a head coach against Arkansas?
He's been 17. I would say 22-0.
No, sir. It's you're definitely in the ballpark, but it's not quite that. In his 3 stop tenure as a head coach, he's been on the college level. He's been at Michigan State. He's been at LSU and Alabama, and of course the Dolphins in between for a couple years. But I'll just say this: the one other hint is he's coached 21 games against Arkansas in his career.
Yes.
Going into this next one, this will be 22.
All right, we got time for just maybe one more. If we don't give them away in the first hour, we will try again in the second hour. I promise. We got time. Bailey, do we have anyone else real fast? Okay, let's go to Lee this morning. Good morning,
What's
Lee.
up, Lee?
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Doing good.
So the question was 16, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 16 times Nick Saban has beat Arkansas in his coaching career.
You're very, very close.
Right.
But that is his mark at Alabama, not in his career.
Yeah, in his career spanning, as we said, LSU and Michigan State.
Yep, you're close, but thanks for the phone call, Lee. You're very, very close.
Thank you. Have a great
All
day.
right. So there's hour 1 in the books. We still have the 4-pack. You've got the question. You've got time to figure it out. Bob Gotze's going to join us at the top of the hour.
We won't ask him that question.
We won't ask him that question because we don't want him to give away the answer. Bob Gotze will probably know the answer. But we will give it away in the second hour. I promise. It's 97.7 ESPN The Zone live from Bubby's Diner.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Unlike other credit cards that decline sports betting transactions or treat them as a cash advance, the G-Bank Visa Signature Card can load directly to your favorite sportsbook apps. G.bank/VSiN.
Last night, the Phillies beat the Braves 3-1 to win that best-of-5 series 3-1. Top National League wild card knocked off the top National National League team. The Braves led baseball with 104 wins. Phillies advanced to face the Diamondbacks. Game 1 is Monday in Philadelphia. It's an all-Texas ALCS. The Astros and Rangers square off. Game 1 in Houston this Sunday. The Astros and Phillies, the favorites to win the World Series at plus 220. The Rangers plus 300. The Diamondbacks plus 500. Thursday Night Football, the Chiefs beat the Broncos 19-8. Kansas City was favored by 10.5. The 5-1 Chiefs have won 5 straight. Get the latest lines and more at vsin.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
Welcome back in Hour 2 of Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. I feel like we are at the Kentucky Derby. And the horses are in the gate, and we have just opened up the gate, and they're making their way around the track because Bubby's Diner is off and running as this week's Zone Deal.
Yep.
If you head to 977ESPN.com, click on Zone Deals, or you can head to WZZN.halfoffdeal.com. That's where you can find Bubby's Diner's already down to 47. It started at 60, so this is like a horse going around Churchill Downs.
So is 60?
Yeah. Now it's down to 45. So we could keep doing this all morning. But we do have to get to our next guest, and that is courtesy of Sportsmed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center. They're a proud sponsor of Madison Academy football. We invite you to visit their Saturday sports clinic for all those sports-related injuries. Each Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 4715 Whitesburg Drive, The Place. Sportsmed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, the business to take care of all those bumps and bruises. Madison Academy tonight, they're going to hit the road.
Yes, now they're back at
they're
Washington Stadium. Yes,
yep,
they're going to be hosting the Vinemont Eagles in 3A Region 7 action. They're coming off of their first shutout of the season, 63-0 at Asbury. And they handled fall break about as well as you could. Yeah. I mean, when you shut out a team, when you show the kind of mental focus and fortitude to take care of your business, they did an outstanding job. And they are now 6-0 and, of course, ranked in the top 5 in the state of Alabama in 3A. But they're worried more about down the road, the postseason, and continuing to just get better every week. And we always love our weekly visits with fifth-year head coach Bob Godsey, who's with us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you doing?
We're doing well.
We're doing fantastic, and we're about ready to do even better. Yeah. I said it, Coach. I mean, we're at a restaurant on a Friday morning doing a show, and breakfast is on the table. There's not a better thing for us. You get that feeling tonight, though, because there's no better place for you to be than on the sidelines of a football game on a Friday night, another beautiful Friday night, another chance for your team to grow.
Well, you're right. I do enjoy it. I enjoy our guys. I enjoy our team. And I enjoy being on the sidelines on Friday night. I've done it for a long time, and it is a special feeling, especially with this group. It's been a good group, and as you said, we had fall break last week. This week is homecoming, so my stress level is about topped out. We're kind of at playoff level stress right now. So anyway, fun week. Got parade today and pep rallies and all that type stuff, and eventually we'll get to the game tonight. But it's all good. Our schools had a great week and great time. I think our guys have handled. We talk about all the time challenges come in all different forms and fashions. And last week was handling, fall break and a lot of downtime, and this week with all the things going on with homecoming. So a lot of stuff going on.
Well, and Coach, talk about last week. I mean, fall break. Their coaches worry a lot about it because usually the You kind of get off the schedule from the standpoint that there is more downtime. It's a little bit different in preparation. But, of course, you do have a chance maybe to rest a little bit too and to recharge. But your kids certainly stayed focused when you get your first shutout of the year. In football, it's hard to shut anyone out. So certainly and especially when you're going on the road, there was a lot of external factors that could have, that were taken care of by your squad. Talk about the maturity they showed in going on the road and taking care of business the way they did.
Well, very, very proud of our guys. I think it shows our maturity. I think it shows that we have, a good senior class. A lot of those guys have been through it, before and been through whether it's practicing, in the summer and, having to be here early in the morning, things like that, and just getting out of the normal routine. Just doesn't seem to phase these guys right now. They've handled things with a lot of maturity. We had a good week of practice this week as well, and just very proud of our guys. But that starts with our senior class. These guys have been through it, a lot of things and seen a lot of things, and they're using that experience to kind of guide these other guys.
Well, Coach, you look at this team since the bye week, defensively, 20 points given up in just 3 games, 13-7, and then a 0 for a shutout. Those numbers are trending down. You like the numbers going down like that, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, we do. We feel like we're improving defensively. Even with, some injuries, we're still -2 starters defensively right now. So through that time, we've been able to play a lot of guys, and we look forward to maybe getting these guys back here, maybe one here in the next week or so, and then DeMarcus Peoples with a broken arm, hopefully in a couple more weeks, and he's starting to condition and do some things to prepare to get back from a broken arm. So, but with all of that, we've been able to play some more guys, play guys in different positions, we move guys around. All of these things that you hope will, create some depth that we'll need, hopefully for a long, a deep playoff run. And but just proud of our guys, buying into doing things right. Defensively, you have to be a very unselfish guy and be, play. Everybody wants to make the tackle, obviously, but you have to give yourself up and a lot of times so someone else can make the play. And just proud of our guys as we continue to understand that and be more disciplined on defense. We're improving in the secondary. That was where we were most inexperienced coming into the season, so we're improving back there. Working hard. And like I said, our guys have been focused. We've talked a lot about that over really the last 2 weeks about, being focused and having a plan each day on how we can improve and get better. And, just proud of our guys as they continue to do that.
Yeah, and Coach, no doubt that offensively you've had some injuries up front, but sometimes that can be a blessing only because you don't want to see guys go out, but it can allow you, it kind of piggybacks off what you just said. You've been able to play some different combinations along the offensive line. You've been able to play some younger offensive linemen to develop them during this regular season. We know what a grind, a deep playoff run can be. So having some guys with experience that get some live game reps and they get some confidence could really help you on that offensive front because injuries are something you can't control. So if a guy gets nicked up in the middle of a game, maybe as you're going down trying to win a 3A Region 7 title or in the playoffs, develop depth on the offensive line could be big for this squad.
Well, I think at every level, I think you can look at the injury bug and see that, how it affects the team. It's certainly, been a major part of, our last several years and the time we got to the playoffs. So as many guys as we can play and as many reps as we can get them. For example, Carmine Merrill, who plays, nose man mainly for us, has got, a lot of reps offensively here over the last 3 or 4 weeks and has really improved there, which creates some depth for us as we move into move further into the season. So, things like that, as you said, are just invaluable. And we're playing a sophomore that continues just to play, better and better. we have a freshman as well that continues to get better in a backup role, and along the way we're going to have to count on him. So it is what it is, and we want them all to stay healthy, and we're doing everything we can to. But injuries are something you have to deal with. It is part of the game.
Well, Coach, I know it's about you guys. I know it's about Madison Academy. By the way, Madison Academy head coach Bob Godsey with us on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. I know it's about you tonight. I know it's about getting better for the Mustangs, but what does Vinemont bring in tonight? What have you seen on the film?
Well, first they run the kind of wing tee power ball combination there, where they put 11 guys that's as close to the ball as you can get on, the offense that, of course, Fife has made famous, I guess, as they do it extremely well, and Vinemont does it as well. So, they get it in there and pack it in there and keep the ball away from you. And you have to, you think you've made a good defensive play holding them 2 or 3 yards, but, that's really kind of where they want to be, and they'll go for it on 4th and 1 from anywhere. And it really limits your reps, and it gets tough in there, especially down, inside. It becomes a grind in there. However, it is an offense that we've seen 2 or 3 times, or I should say 1 or 2 times a year, for the past, 4 years. So it is something that we've kind of grown, a little bit accustomed to and have some experience with. So, we can't allow them to maintain drives, 11, 12, 15-play drives, which is what they want to do, and keep the ball away from us offensively, and offensively turn around. You got to make use of your time, because you may not get it back. So you have to be real efficient offensively as well. So hopefully we've prepared for that like we need to, and can execute what we need to tonight.
Yeah, Coach, no question that this is another big region game, and you're trying to continue to stack and get better. I know you talked about still being without 2 starters defensively, but they got a shutout last week. You mentioned some young offensive linemen that are getting reps and guys that are growing defensively. I know you've had to move some guys around and play some younger players. Give us a name or two defensively that we know A.J. Rice is very important to this team. We know that you had some pieces back defensively that are very good players, but who are maybe a young kid or two that you've really seen start to kind of gain confidence and blossom over the last couple of weeks?
Well, I don't know that it's not necessarily been younger guys. It's been, guys that just, really have come of age. I think, Keith
growing into roles, yeah.
Yes, in different roles. Keith Watson's the guy that has played a lot of different roles. He's played some free safety, has been a starter at Dog for us now for 2 years, but had to move to the free safety role and just continues to get better back there. And that just helps our defense to have a guy that can do multiple things like that. Of course, when he moves to free safety, then we got 2 guys, and Caleb Williams and Danny McCauley, that kind of share the reps up at our dog spot, and both of them continue to get better and playing better and understanding better, playing with more confidence as they're more comfortable in terms of what they need to do. That has really helped us. And like I said, our secondary, we've got 3 guys rotating at corner between Solano Thomas and Josh Williams and Maury Scott, that they're getting more confidence back there and playing well. So I think those are the guys that have done the best. We've got a couple of young guys, sophomores, and Cam Wilson and Jacob Allred Allman that has also been able to get reps in a game, because we've been a little bit depleted defensively on the line, and not having to play guys so much both ways. So those guys are continuing to grow as well. So it's been a good time to get a lot of guys a lot of reps and watch them grow. That's been it's always fun as a coach, is you watch them improve and watch them grow and watch them gain confidence.
And I know you've been doing this a long time. You've been through several homecomings. In your past history, when you're coaching at Brooks, Hartselle, and now Madison Academy, is a key during homecoming week in this game to get off to a fast start, Coach?
Well, of course, I think that's key in any game. You want to get out fast, and that allows you to play with a lot of confidence. Wednesday kind of turned into a little bit of a grind for us in practice, and it's easy maybe to get worked up about that, but you have to grind sometimes. And every night's not going to go exactly like it's supposed to, as much as we want it to. And the teams and the players that can handle those nights the best are the ones that continue to have success or continue to advance later on in the playoffs and things like that. Because to get in a playoff run, you got to get 5 games to win it, and you're not going to play great all 5 weeks. It's just not going to happen. And so somewhere through there, one night, maybe 2 or 3, you just have to grind it out, and you get a little bit of that, this week, all things going on, and the focus may not be as sharp as you want it to be. You got to grind it out a little bit, so we hopefully get a little work at that as well.
Well, we look forward to it. It'll be Steve Moulton and Glenn Laird on the call, 7 o'clock, as the Madison Academy Mustangs return home to Bill Washington Stadium for a key 3A Region 7 contest against the Vinemont Eagles. Coach, good luck tonight. Hope it's a great homecoming for the Mustangs, and we always appreciate the visits.
Thank you guys very much.
Bob Gotze there. And, of course, that brought to you by SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center. Give them a call today, 256-881-5151. To experience that SportsMed difference. SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, dedicated to providing care that improves lives. They are the official training providers for the Madison Academy Mustangs. It is SportsMed. And like I said, if this was the Kentucky Derby, Drew, we'd be coming down the home stretch. Just 6 zone deals left.
What's 7?
Yeah, we've rounded that home stretch, and down come the horses.
Well, I've got a lister. He just texted me, and it's like a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, it was down to 4.
Now, he said he has 1 Coralejos, 1 Full Moon, 2 Bad Daddies, and 5 Bubbies.
Wow, we may have to put a limit as to how many each people can buy. That may not be a popular opinion, but boy. That is, I guess that would be.
He loves food like you.
Well, that is, if you like food, you better hurry because there's 4 left.
4.
4.
Oh, they'll be gone here in 10 minutes.
4. You couldn't even get a Cherokee Ridge.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, yeah, 4. There you go.
Let's get a break in. When we come back, phone lines are back open to win those Alabama tickets. Free Alabama tickets, a 4-pack to go see Alabama and Arkansas play. We'll re-ask the question again when we come back from break. Get in on the lines now, 256-576-4977.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Got a wreck on the Parkway just south of 565. It's in the center. They're splitting traffic around it so you can pass on the left or the right side. Looks like that one's going to have a couple of injuries involved, so it'll be a few minutes before they get it clear. And we got a wreck on I-65 northbound 322-mile marker. That one's going to turn out to be a no injury, and it's off in the median. Someone dies from heart disease every 36 seconds. Dr. Randall Burns and the team at Huntsville Heart Specialist on Bob Wallace Avenue can help you keep your heart healthy. Captain Nick in the 72 and Jeff Popeye Skywatch Traffic Center.
When buying or selling real estate, knowledge and experience are key. With over 27 years experience in real estate, Jennifer Rose, Keller Williams Realty Realtor, has extensive knowledge of the Rocket City to take care of all your needs. Keller Williams is the world's largest real estate technology franchise by agent count, with more than 1,100 offices and 200,000 associates, and is #1 in units and sales volume in the U.S. Jennifer Rose, Keller Williams Realty Realtor, would love to earn your business. Give her a call at 256-337-4555.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, proudly saying Roll Tide and War Eagle. Stop into University Kia today and shop one of the area's largest selection of new Kias, including Fortes, Seltos, Telluride, and Popular Carnival, and fully electric EV6. View all the great specials at universitykia.com and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia you really want, because we want to see you in a University Kia.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. If you've been injured and need a lawyer right now, and pick up the phone to call, you know, one you've seen on a billboard or on TV begging for your business, do you know who you really get?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. You want to talk to your lawyer. You don't want to reach a call center, not in some office 100 miles away. With the Lackey Law Firm, that never happens. My clients talk to me.
And me. I'm attorney Justin Lackey. We're the ones that you talk to. We're the ones that you meet with.
And we're the ones who handle your personal injury case. You want to talk to me? You just call me.
And we'll take care of it. You worry about getting well. We'll take care of the rest.
The Lackey Law Firm.
And I'll go you one better. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
All right, welcome back. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. We're live from Bubby's Diner. It is this week's Zone Deal, and it's sold out. Yeah, it's gone.
Well, what did I tell you?
It's
I said
gone.
10 minutes is the list of the last night. It's just a commercial break.
It's gone.
All for them. And don't forget, with Bubby's, when you buy these.
I said it was, because when we do this at Metro,
we do it a little
it's
bit different
$50,
sometimes,
$25. This one here, you still get $50. You just get $10 Zone Deal certificates to bring here to Bubby's Diner.
Yep,
so,
that's right.
But 60 individuals are going to be able to partake in that because they purchased them, and it's all gone. So there you go. All that's left for us to do is partake in our breakfast. But we got to get back to giving away our Alabama tickets. And we have a question, and let's go out to the phone lines because Will is with us out of the gates to give away these Alabama tickets first. It's his shot. Good morning, Will.
Morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, we're
doing
well,
good.
Will. How are you?
All right. So
Hey,
here is the
great.
Here is the question for those that need to remember, and for you, Will, as well. Nick Saban's career all-time record against Arkansas as a head coach.
Yeah, I believe he has beaten Arkansas 18 times and lost 3.
Ooh, so close. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Thanks, Will. I am going by the Alabama game notes. That's what I am using for this. So that is the number that I have. Let's go to Shane this morning. Good morning, Shane.
So my guess is 19-2.
Bingo!
Shane Sean got it.
A winner. Good morning.
I got you. Actually got that right. He said 18-3, and you said oh so close. So surely to God he ain't lost to Arkansas that many times.
19-2 is Nick Saban all-time against Arkansas. It includes a perfect 16-0 mark while at Alabama.
Yeah, and Shane Sean, after you hang up with us, hang on the line so Bailey can get your phone number. It's very crucial that we get that.
He told me to call right back.
Well, just do that or do that. Just make sure you get the phone number.
Bailey,
I'll stay on the line. If it don't work, I'll call back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Bailey,
congratulations, man. Enjoy the four-pack and enjoy the ball game. But we appreciate you for calling back in. And, yes, 19-2 for Nick Saban.
There you go. All right.
Guys, thank y'all.
All right, thanks, Shane Sean. Yeah, Bailey gets Shane Sean's information there, and we have a winner, so the tickets have been given away. See, that wasn't too hard. I said it wasn't going to be too hard of a question.
Well, you say you're giving away tickets, people calling like it's like they're driving bandy nuts over there.
Well, that's what,
it's a learning experience.
That's what it's supposed to be.
We're testing
like.
the mental toughness and fortitude here.
That's what it's a football Friday. We're supposed to. I mean, we're getting everybody ready for a full game.
This was Bandy's fall break.
Yes, I hate fall break. Hey, so you look at this Alabama-Arkansas matchup on Saturday. Let's go there since we have given away the Alabama tickets, and Shane Sean will be there, courtesy of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Alabama comes into this one. You have to imagine that Alabama is coming in with a lot of confidence because of the way Jalen Milroe played in that Texas A&M game as far as passing goes and everything else. Nick Saban yesterday
on his coach's show that you heard here on 97.7 The Zone.
On the Pat McAfee show.
That too. Does that earlier in the afternoon.
Yes. Talked about entitlement as a player. And here is a little bit of what he said in regards to entitlement.
We're entitled to nothing. When you get up every day, you're entitled to nothing. You're not entitled to playing time. You're not entitled to anything. So you need to understand what you have to do to continue to try to be the best that you can be, because that's the only thing that's going to help you, because talent without discipline and ability to stay focused and execute is not worth anything. It's nothing. All right, so these are all things that players have to understand. Coaches have to understand. Everybody in the organization has to understand.
Your lecture about nothing was like 2 minutes long.
Yep.
We watched it like 5 times. I absolutely love that you walk up there, too, and you say, all right, before you guys ask any of your shit, okay, let me go ahead. No, I understand he didn't say that. I said it about the situation.
Yes.
But, like, it was beautiful. And every time you come on here, you say something where I become a better person. So I just want to let you know that. I become a more motivated human, more inspired human. And you want to bench press 300, you start at 180.
So McAfee was talking about the earlier comments that Nick Saban talked about in the week. Here is what he had to say, though, about Jalen Milroe. This was the one that I wanted everyone to hear because of the confidence of Jalen Milroe coming out of the Texas A&M game.
Well, I think his confidence, relationships, and understanding with his coaches of exactly what he needs to do, as a player has gone way up. And I think that is what has helped his performance. I mean, the guy's a talented guy. He can throw the ball accurately down the field. He's a really good athlete. He can extend plays. He can make plays with his feet. So this progression that we kind of needed for him to just play quarterback has been really, really exponentially improving week by week. People thought we couldn't throw the ball, and he threw for over 300 yards last week, which we knew we were going to have to do against A&M because of their front, and he did a good job of that. So continuing his development in all these areas, I think, is really, really important, and he's been great about it. He's had a great attitude about it. I just had a meeting with him. I always meet with him at 11:30, on Thursday, and go through the week with him and go through the plan with him. And, he's well prepared. And very sort of appreciative of, how he's developing the leadership with the other guys on the team. So all these things are real positives.
There you go. Nick Saban on Jalen Milroe.
Well, he has. He's made progress. He's just got to keep stacking. He's still very young in his starting career at Alabama. It's his first full season. Only had one start a year ago due to the injury to Bryce Young. And now his, and we know he took a week off this year. We all know why. Against South Florida, and he learned from that, and he's been back in the lineup for the last couple weeks. He went to Stark Vegas. He played pretty solidly, pretty efficiently, and then he played very, very well against Texas A&M and was MVP of the game. Now, let's handle success. Let's come back home and see what he can do against Arkansas. Some big tests still looming for Alabama. They got this game coming up on Saturday at 11 a.m. It's homecoming week for Alabama, so there's a lot of stuff going on. It's an early kickoff. You got to handle that. And then you got big rivalry games coming up with the Pukes from Tennessee, and then you got Auburn at the end, and then you got LSU. You got honestly Alabama's three biggest rivals all ahead of you.
Right.
And so now that A&M game was big, because A&M is a very talented team, a team that beat you 2 years ago, a team that he had kind of struggled against in his first start last year in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Well, he played very, very well on the road. Outstanding growth for Jalen Milroe. But now you've got to take that, you've got to get down the stretch of this season, you've got a chance to go on a run now, and the first step is handling Arkansas.
All right, 8:30 on a Friday. Let's get a break in, shall we? We're live from Bubby's Diner. When we come back, college football. Remember, we said we were in the midst of 49 straight days of football. We had a college football game last night that had an unbelievable final 22 seconds. We'll let you relive that. Plus, we had NFL last night. We'll talk a little bit about that. We got a lot to get to in just 30 minutes. We're live from Bubby's Diner. It's 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the lower 70s. Maybe an isolated shower across the Tennessee Valley. But in general, it looks like we're going to end up staying nice and dry. A quiet night for Friday night football. Temperatures eventually dropping into the upper 50s, lower 60s as we head into the earliest hours of Saturday morning. A mostly to partly sunny sky Saturday afternoon. Maybe a rogue shower. Otherwise, temperatures climb into the low and mid 70s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
They have cleared that wreck on the Parkway to south of 565. That one was causing some big backup, but it's gone now. And we got one on 65 northbound about the 322. That's the south end of Morgan County. They pulled it off in the median. It's being reported as a no injury. Snelling has immediate need for experienced SMT operators and technicians. These are contract positions on weekends, $33 an hour, but you must work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Snelling, how the area's best companies hire talent. Huntsville.snelling.com. Captain Nick in the North Parkway Popeyes Skywatch Traffic Center.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners of the Huntsville area, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
What's better than 2 end-zone sports bars? 3 end-zone sports bars. And we have you covered with our original location on University across from Red Lobster, in Jones Valley on Cecil Ashburn near Carl T. Jones, and our newest location in the Midtown District on McMurtry Drive opposite the Target Plaza. All locations feature the NFL Sunday Ticket, Tuesday half-price burgers, and Wednesday $1 jumbo wings all day long. You're never far from the end zone. End Zone Sports Bar.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Stan McDonald. Stan, tell everybody why you're the best damn dirt lawyer in North Alabama.
Yes, Wes, at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. You know I'm a dirt lawyer, and a lot of our friends know that, which means we specialize in real estate. Now, if you own real estate or you're buying it or you're selling it, you need to do a closing, but a lot of times there's legal issues associated with that. We're a great group to talk to. My son, Lewis McDonald, heads our commercial closing division, and we approach your real estate needs very seriously. We seek to be the premier real estate closing company in North Alabama, and we do it in such a way it shows that we're experienced, we're for your success. We like to handle your real estate needs the same way Coach Dan Reeves used to say, never let them see you sweat. And that's going to be to your benefit, too, when you visit us at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. Our website online is jacobtitle.com.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Are you thinking about home improvements? Well, use your equity now and refi later. Or use your equity to eliminate consumer debt forever, then refi to a lower rate and shorter term when rates drop. North Alabama Mortgage can also help you if you're thinking about buying an investment property or a second home at the lake or the beach or in the mountains. We have great programs to make that happen. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Hi, running with the devil. Oh, a lot of people.
Good old Ozzy.
Yeah.
No heat in the toilet. That's what he used to say on the bus.
I don't know if he ever knew there was heat anywhere.
Yeah, there we go.
No, you go ahead. Take it. Yeah.
Another customer.
Yeah.
Here at Bubby's.
We'll just seat people, too. 256-576-4977. That's the number to the phone lines. You can be a part of the fun, be a part of the show.
Some great food.
And come get some great food here at Bubby's Diner along Whitesburg Drive. I've seen a lot of people eat, and, boy, I've put off this breakfast. Usually I'll eat at like 8 o'clock or 8:15. I'm going to wait here just a little bit. I will partake a little bit towards I know, usually I've already got it gone, but there's not a lot of room here with the equipment and what I want to eat this morning.
Yeah.
So,
well, you already told me what you're going to order, so there'd be a lot of plates.
That's going to be a lot of food. That's okay.
Yeah.
I will be perfectly fine.
It'll be amazing how fast you'll get all this stuff put up.
Anyway, last night there was college football played, and it was interesting because Neil Brown, we mentioned at the beginning of the year, he was on he was on the hot seat at West Virginia, but he'd been off to a great start this year, kind of turning things around. And it was interesting. Going into last night, all of the new Big 12 teams were winless.
Wow, yeah.
In conference play. They had one. I mean, UCF blew. I mean, they
35-7 against Baylor.
Yeah,
look out.
And they let it go away. Gus Malzahn
in
did.
the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So last night, Houston playing host to Neil Brown in West Virginia. Of course, for those that forget, Neil Brown spent some time at Troy.
Yep. John Summerall is his defensive coordinator. That's right.
Yep. He got things going down there with the Troy Trojans, now at West Virginia. And they were trailing 35-32 was West Virginia with 22 seconds left in the ballgame. Keep that in mind, 22 seconds left.
10, ball game on the line. Green's pass, caught!
Wow.
And look out! It's Clement! He might score! He does score! Touchdown, West Virginia!
So West Virginia's excited. They are celebrating. I mean, heck, why not? They have a lead with 12 seconds left. They're up 38-35 with 12 seconds left. So now with 2 seconds left, Houston has one more shot.
Just past midfield.
This will be his last, and it's for the football game. If he can get it off. To the end zone. Tipped, and he caught it. It's touchdown.
Holy Toledo.
Stephon Johnson does it again.
Houston and Dana Holgerson with the Hail Mary there with 2 seconds left gives Houston a 41-39 victory.
Oh.
What a crazy 22 seconds last night
that was
for college
nuts.
football.
I mean, I didn't see it live, but I saw at the end. I said, they're like, you got to see this Hail Mary ending for Houston. And Neil Brown just stunned, I think, because it looked like he was about to be 5-1 and continue to fly under the radar in contention for the Big 12. And they take this loss to Houston and Dana Holgerson off the tip. The only downside was hearing Tim Blowhard have to do the play-by-play. I think that was Tim Blowhard.
It was Tim Brando on there.
Yeah.
He's never coming to breakfast with us, is he?
Never.
Okay.
Ever. He and Dennis Dodd can go to breakfast, a.k.a. Dennis Doofus.
If they bought a zone deal, though, they could come and eat with us.
And then at another table on the other side.
It's amazing we can go to SEC Media Days.
Yeah.
It is amazing that we get to go and still have people to talk to because
there's enough out there, brother.
Oh, okay. I'm just, as long as, we're running low on Texas A&M guys.
Oh, no, we fixed it.
Okay.
Andrew Monaco's our friend.
Andrew,
and Brent Zerneman.
And Brent Zerneman, yeah.
Yeah.
And Brent Zerneman is.
Yeah. Andrew Monaco's outstanding, by the way. He's a lot better than Tim Blowhard.
Oh, hey, there was NFL. We had NFL football last night as well. This one put everyone to sleep. Chiefs and Broncos, 19-8. Chiefs get a win there. About the only thing to report there was Taylor Swift was there.
Of course. She gets more AT than some of the football players. Get some airtime, man, I'm telling you.
That was about the only exciting thing. I did not pay attention to this one.
19-8? It was just like
19-8. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It put a lot of people to sleep.
I guess the fireworks was before the game. Steve Smith and Jerry Jeudy going at it.
Yeah, what's up with that? A lot of people are hating on Jerry Jeudy right now.
I don't know. He hasn't had a great start to his career. It probably doesn't help that he's playing for the Broncos, who are just horrendous.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? They haven't been able to really. Russell Wilson's finally starting to settle in, but they've been struggling. They're trying to get their program kind of turned around. And so I still think, he has a chance to have a good career. But, Steve Smith has kind of been calling him out, saying, hey, he's just a guy. He called him a jag, just a guy.
Right.
How many Super Bowls did Steve Smith win?
0.
He played in one, I think, and he put up some great numbers. He's a really good player, but some guys get off to slower starts, in your career. And I still think Judy's got a chance to be a good player. He didn't have great quarterback play, and really hasn't still. Probably this year's probably been the best with the start that Russell Wilson's gotten off to. But again, a lot of what happens with a wide receiver is the QB play. So again, I think it's a little, I don't know. He's talking about Denver moving on from Jeudy. But again, like I said, man, some of these dudes, I'll just say this. You're seeing in the TV world now why a lot of people are tuning out and not watching in some cases because the analysts are so bad. I'll just say that. And Steve Smith was a heck of a player. He's
right.
a borderline Hall of Fame player.
Yes.
Really good. A guy that was smaller.
He anchored that Carolina Panthers.
But he played with an edge because he had to because he came from Utah. He was kind of under the radar, had a chip on his shoulder, wasn't considered a 5-star level player, made himself into a great pro. But, I still think they're kind of judging Jeudy a little soon. And I guess he had said something about he kind of took a shot at Jeudy on his podcast. Jeudy heard about it. He tried to apologize to Jeudy and say, I think you're starting to play better football. And Jeudy was like, I ain't hearing it. He didn't want to hear from him. So, of course, Steve Smith had to air everything out on the air and try to get viewers in a reaction because probably nobody's watching Prime Video. Even with Al Michaels doing the games, it's on Prime Video, man.
Hey, you bring up Prime. You say the word Prime, okay?
Right.
I have to bring this up before we get to Bama. No, I have to bring this up before we get to Bama Bino on the phone lines. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, they play tonight at 8 o'clock.
Really?
Okay,
Gotcha.
Alabama plays at 11 o'clock, right? We all know the 11 o'clock kickoff is a dreaded kickoff time in the SEC.
Right.
Okay? Lots of times.
But we hope you have
fans,
fun, Shane Sean. We really do.
Yeah, we
appreciate
do.
You.
But 11 o'clock kickoffs are just like that. They're hard to get up for.
On a Friday, I'd rather watch high
plays
school
at 8
football.
o'clock. Deion plays at 8. So this is what Deion said earlier this week, and I quote, okay, this is the dumbest thing ever for an 8 o'clock kick. He says, who wants to stay up till 8 o'clock for a Dern game? He says Dern, D-E-R-N, Dern.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that in a way.
Yeah, he said this was the dumbest thing ever, the stupidest thing ever invented in life.
Well, and I think it's stupid they're playing it on Friday night, but that's why the Pac-12s are the Pac-2, and they're about to disappear.
And remember, we can't tell you the ratings for the Arizona State Colorado game because it wasn't played on anything that they can register a network on. So Nielsen couldn't even keep track of it. So there was no ratings for that game.
I'll quote your boy Bill. What's your name again? I mean, you know.
Well, we know his name, and he loves us. It's Bama Bino.
What's up, Bama Bino?
What's up, bud?
Hey, guys. They must have a lot of sugar in those waffles, I'll tell you.
We ain't had them yet.
Had a waffle
I think
yet.
Scott's having withdrawals because he doesn't have any food.
I am.
We're about to order during this break.
We're about to order.
He's about to throw down.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all gonna molest on food, ain't you? Y'all getting me hungry. No, I'm just gonna comment. You know, you get thinking when Alabama started having more success as far as defense, they start rushing the edges and spinning off on the line and get penetration. I mean, even fans were saying that. I had a lady that came to me that we were watching a game last year, and they said, why don't they pressure the quarterback? Why didn't Wild Turkey Golden do that against Tennessee and LSU? And we wouldn't be talking about it right now. They probably might have only lost one game, and that would have been Georgia if we'd have played them. It might have beat them if we'd pressured the quarterback. And, you know, it's as simple as that. I mean, I'm talking about a call, pre-snap call blitzes. You know, at least the eight. You know, Dallas and Anderson last year averaged 3 times getting their name called out several games. And although I know they were in on some plays, but good linebackers like that quick and strong. If they had a call blitzes, I mean, he would probably won the Heisman. I mean, you know, I don't understand why they. You know, I'm sure Simon don't leave me down there to help him, or I'd be down there. But I don't understand why they saw all the things Alabama does. It's simple. It's simple stuff. It's not complicated. Put pressure on the quarterback. And an anchor had time to write a book.
I think you're right. And Alabama, Drew, last year, Alabama had problems forcing turnovers defensively.
Yeah.
Trouble getting to the quarterback. They didn't blitz a lot. They didn't come after the quarterback a lot. And a lot of people
they did blitz a lot, but they didn't work because Wild Turkey's defensive, their blitz concepts was terrible. You know, you're blitzing the middle linebacker up the middle all the time, and he's getting stoned because you don't ever change anything up. You know, because first of all, you're probably in Tunica. Go ahead.
Kind of chasm and look what kind of chasm it causes. Look what Johnson done. The whole offense was out of sync after that. They it just threw them out of sync. And it does that, and people who knows football are aware that it does do that. That's why you blitz. Even if you don't get to the quarterback, you cause him to have to throw early, and it might give your DBs a chance to slip under a ball because they don't plant their feet and they can't really put a lot of zip on the ball. I don't understand why we didn't do it last year. I mean, just one time doing it, and that would have been a difference in the ball game at Tennessee and LSU too. But anyway,
you're
love
right.
your show, guys. I love you guys, and it's just so great to listen to y'all. Everybody up here listens to y'all. Sam Mountain. You know, how about them Disney Eagles? They beat UNA. So
they did.
And Five's still doing good. Anderson's back. He got bad injury against Pisgah last year, a double ACL injury. But when he's playing, it's the Anderson show with Five. My brother-in-law still came back there, and he still does the play-by-play with his brother, my nephew. So he does it with his Adam Horn play-by-play. So we still in high school ball, and y'all keep up the good work and all that.
Thank you, Bama Bino, for the phone call.
Weekend,
Thank you for the kind words.
Adam Horn does a great job.
Yeah, we got to get a break in. The
Adam
reason
Horn,
why is because I got to order breakfast.
I know.
Simply put, that's it. I mean, I got to order breakfast. You got to order breakfast.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Just got a wreck at the Parkway in Winchester. That one's reported southbound. Apparently it's going to be a no injury. And we had one causing big problems on the Parkway just south of 565 out in the center of the road. They've cleared it now. Traffic seems to be moving okay through that area. You be careful. We got a few folks in last-minute dash mode this morning. You get 2 pieces of hand-breaded, juicy, tender chicken and a buttermilk biscuit for $4.99 at Popeyes. University in Jordan, 72 in Jeff, and North Parkway. Captain Nick in the Popeye Skywatch Traffic Center.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
With us today, Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville.
When we evaluate a patient and they indeed have significant venous disease, most third-party payers, private insurance, Medicare, require us to treat every patient conservatively at least 90 days. Conservative treatment includes increasing ambulation, elevation of the legs, and the wearing of compression stockings. It's very common for folks to come see us in March or April wanting to have their veins fixed before they go into swimsuits starting in June. When we see someone in March or April, they're going to require at least 90 days of conservative treatment before we can even go to the insurance carrier to get permission to treat their veins. So if you think you have a venous problem, now is the time to come in and get a free screening so we can determine whether or not you need something evaluated. If you have a vein problem or you think you may have a vein problem, now's the time to contact us at bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Injuries at work happen all the time in Alabama. So do motor vehicle and slip and fall accidents. If you're hurt at work or injured in an accident, I want you to call my good friends at Pond Lehocky Giordano. That's Pond Lehocky, Alabama's injury law firm. They got your back just like they've got mine. For personalized legal support, reach out to Pond Lehocky at 855-774-3838 or pondlehocky.com.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
It's time for tomorrow's headlines today with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your tomorrow's headlines today are going to dip back into last night as well. We mentioned it earlier in the show. The Westminster Christian Academy Wildcats victorious last night on the road 48-7 against Madison County. They're 6-1, 5-0 overall, 6-game win streak for the Wildcats. They wrap up a playoff berth last night. They can get a region title next week against Priceville.
No.
The guy that was responsible for covering that game for AL.com joining us like he does each and every week to kind of help us preview a little bit of what is to come on AL.com as well as what is to come on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show later tonight, and that is Jimmy Lay, of course.
What's up, Jimmy?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, last night, crazy game. Westminster only had 7 possessions and only 2 in the second half because they had 2 defensive scores back-to-back. Big old Harlan Loveday, big old 290-pound lineman, scooped up a ball, ran 64 yards, And then the next possession,
there you go.
Isaiah Shingleton just takes the ball away from a guy and runs 35 yards. So Brandon Bush only got to play one possession in the second half. He only had 202 total yards, but he climbed up to, I think he's got 167 total touchdowns and third place all by himself. And he'll be hopefully in the next couple of games he can move past. I think it's Christian Story that's number 2. But,
175,
anyway,
I think, is the record. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right. But tonight I will be covering Lee and Buckhorn. That's a big game because Lee wins.
Big region game.
They'll have sole possession of second place, and they have a shot at Gadsden City coming up. And then also, of course, Madison Academy is just rolling. I mean, they're just doing what Madison Academy does, and they play Vinemont, and they should win that one. But there's some other good games. Huntsville and Florence tonight. Man, I'm telling you, there's going to be a really good team in 7A Region 4 that does not make the playoffs. Probably 2 really good teams. But they got 6 teams fighting it out, and only 4 going to make it. 2 are going to be left out. So a lot of really good games tonight. And you guys are all over it. I'll be over the ones that I'll have tonight, and it should be a good night of high school football.
Yeah, and congratulations to Brandon Bush as he continues to climb up the charts. And then next week's a huge game against Priceville for the Wildcats, Jimmy.
Yep. Absolutely. You know, they circled this game, I guess last year. They had a dogfight last year for about 3.5 quarters against Priceville, and then Priceville kind of broke away from them last year and were able to go on and win the region title. But, yeah, they're excited just to be in a chance to win a region title. They can clinch that next week, and so that is going to be their focus this week, and it should be a real exciting game at Westminster next Friday night.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, great stuff, Jimmy. We look forward to
all your coverage, man.
All your coverage tonight on AL.com.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Jimmy Lay joining us for a brief minute each Friday, as he does each and every Friday.
Just
there
to preview the landscape, what he's going to be covering for AL.com. He does a great job here in the Huntsville-Madison County area covering high school football. We appreciate Bob Godsey for joining us this homecoming week. Mustangs at Bill Washington Stadium against the Vinemont Eagles tonight, 7 o'clock. That will be on Zone 2. Zone 3 will be the Randolph Raiders. We will have that action, Bailey and I, over at DAR, the picturesque setting. And then, of course, we're going to have the Buckhorn Bucks on our main feed, and they're taking on Lee Generals.
And you got Sparkman and Bob Jones.
That's another huge game. 7A,
game.
Region 4. Sparkman trying to bounce back from that cart break last week against that Bob Jones team that's hot.
And they're at Madison City School Stadium for the second straight week. Yeah,
second straight.
Again. So
Joe and John Abraham on the call.
Yep. So a lot to get to. We will have all of that recapped for you tonight on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Make sure you have the 97.7 ESPN the app downloaded, so you'll be able to have high school football tonight and Alabama football tomorrow. Don't forget, folks, at 11 a.m. kickoff for Alabama and Arkansas tomorrow, right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Time to eat.